The blood-stained lantern. In the dense woods of Appalachia, 1858, a small settlement named Black Hollow stood shrouded in fog. The townsfolk were a close-knit group, wary of strangers and deeply superstitious. Stories of a lantern man haunted the settlement, a spectral figure said to wander the woods at night, seeking revenge for some forgotten betrayal. One cold November evening, a young trapper named Eli ventured out, ignoring warnings from the elders. He scoffed at the tales, confident in his rifle and the lantern that swung from his hand. His boots crunched against the frostbitten leaves as he ventured deeper into the woods. Hours passed, and the forest seemed to grow unnaturally quiet. The usual calls of owls and rustling of small creatures had vanished, replaced by a suffocating silence. Suddenly, a faint, flickering light appeared between the trees. At first, Eli thought it was another traveler, but as he approached, his blood ran cold. The light revealed a figure cloaked in shadows, its face obscured beneath a wide-brimmed hat. It held a lantern identical to Eli's, but the glass was smeared with what looked like blood. The figure raised its free hand, pointing toward Eli with a bony finger. "Leave," a guttural voice rasped, echoing through the trees. Eli froze, fear clawing at his chest. He raised his rifle, but before he could aim, the lantern's light flared blindingly bright, illuminating the figure's face, or lack thereof. Its head was a hollow void, black as night, from which the terrible voice continued to echo. Panicked, Eli dropped his lantern and ran, the rifle forgotten. The light from the figure followed him, always just behind. His breath hitched as he stumbled upon a clearing where an old well stood, crumbling and overgrown. Something compelled him to peer inside, as if unseen hands guided his movements. What he saw drove him to madness. Dozens of lanterns floated in the dark, their dim light revealing decayed faces of the missing townsfolk staring up at him, their mouths frozen in silent screams. Among them, he recognized his own face. The next morning, the townsfolk found Eli's lantern at the edge of the woods, its glass smeared red. Eli was never seen again, but some nights, a new light joined the others in the forest, flickering faintly among the trees. The legend of the Lantern Man grew, a grim warning to anyone who dared wander Black Hollow after dark.